Hi, my name is Reyna Nava, and my presentation is on the Milankovitch orbital variations and the cause of the ice ages. So the Milankovitch orbital variations was founded by Milutin Milankovitch. He was a Serbian mathematician and scientist, and he's most well known for the Milankovitch cycles. So he did extensive research surrounding the Earth's orbit, and he also developed various orbital models that describe the distribution of the sun radiation on the Earth as it orbited the sun. And with this, he hypothesized that the Earth's orbit and the varying sun radiation influence long-term climate events like the ice ages. He also defined three important characteristics, orbital characteristics, namely eccentricity, obliquity, and precision. So all of those became key characteristics to the Milankovitch cycles. And the Milankovitch orbital variation has three main cycles, or three main components. So each cycle affects the amount of solar radiation received by the Earth. So the precession cycle describes the slow movement of the Earth's axial orientation. So similar to the way a top spins and completes that precession loop, it's the same thing with the Earth. So the precession of the Earth affects the timing of the Earth's perihelion and aphelion days, which is when the Earth is closest and furthest away from the sun. So this is a characteristic that affects the timing of the seasons. So currently the axis tilts away during perihelion in January, and we experience winter. But in 11,000 years, the opposite will be true. So that is the precession cycle. The obliquity cycle describes the tilt of the Earth relative to its orbital plane. So that is the degree of the Earth's tilt. So it varies between 22.1 and 24.5. So currently we're at 23.5, and we expect to continue decreasing or normalize. So the length of one cycle is 41,000 years, and one cycle is considered when the Earth's axis goes from the minimum to the maximum and back to the minimum. So this axial tilt is what causes Earth to have seasons, but it also influences how extreme our winter and our summer seasons will be. So the larger the tilt, the more extreme the solar radiation the Earth will receive, and the smaller the tilt, the better solar radiation, the better distribution of solar radiation, as the Earth is a bit more upright. So the last cycle is the longest. The eccentricity cycle describes the Earth's orbital path around the sun, and its tendency to become elliptical over time. So one cycle is 100,000 years, and this cycle is what influences differing seasonal lengths. So as the Earth's orbit becomes a bit more elliptical, the seasons may have differing levels of sun radiation because there's varying distance. So it's important to note that these cycles individually do not affect large climate events like the Ice Age, but it's rather a combination of all three. So the Milankovitch cycles in combination can explain the extreme climate events like the Ice Age and global warming. The Earth is constantly undergoing cyclical patterns between the Ice Age and global warming events. And the Milankovitch cycles help us understand why these events are occurring and how the Earth's orbit influences them. So a major indicator for the Earth's climate is how much sunlight is received by the northern hemisphere, or rather how much ice is melting away during the summer seasons. So all of those three main components of the Milankovitch cycle, the Earth's tilt, the axial orientation, and the current orbital path, they all affect the extremity of the seasons. And for example, for the ice ages, if the Earth has a higher axial tilt, that will allow the ice caps to accumulate much more. And the Earth's orbit has a low eccentricity, which allows for a more uniform uh, sun radiation distribution, and a precision that allows the northern hemisphere to experience winter during the perihelion days. So all of these conditions can encourage a positive feedback loop for the ice age, which essentially encourages is a loop of encouraging ice and encouraging cold, and it can just amplify these conditions and encourage extreme events like the ice age. And that is the Milankovitch cycles. Thank you.